So today we're gonna be taking a little drive to Olathe in the van. I found a moped on Marketplace for like 250 bucks. Not a bad deal. What I'm gonna do with it is basically just clean it up, fix it, flip it for some money. As you can see, I got the back of it all ready to go. I used to flip mopeds before I got this. I actually had like 10 of them. I worked my way up eventually to my Honda Fusion. I'm probably not gonna film a whole lot of going up and meeting the guy because that's like hella awkward. I don't want to be like putting a camera in his face or nothing like that. I don't know if I'll film a whole lot of like fixing it up or cleaning it or not. I'm trying to film some of my Honda Fusion, but the weather's been so ass. It's like it's raining all day. I don't want it to get rained on. I don't want, videos in the rain, stuff like that. So once there's some nice days out, some videos of the Honda Fusion will be coming out, as well as the bike that I'm getting today. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning right now. Guy said he wants to meet at like 12:30. So I'll shoot some video before we head out there. I'll see if I can grab a little video of the bike. But like I said, I'm not going to be like putting the camera in his face. Okay, so we made it back after a sketchy hour and 30-minute drive. This thing is all over the highway, and I didn't mention it, but my front axle, it like clacks. Like when you hit a bump, it's like clacking and stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that. We're gonna have to figure it out. Maybe it's some max peding rods, but it's whatever. I got the bike. I only spent $250 on it. I had to lay it down like this because 2 back seats are in there, but it's a 150. It's a Schwinn. I didn't even know this because the listing just said unknown. It's a Schwinn moped. I didn't even know that Schwinn made mopeds. Schwinn's like that old ass bicycle company that made like those crazy bikes, like the ones that have that thing on the front. Came with the rear plastics. Has a title, has a key. The first bike, like the first moped I've bought that had a title and a key that was in this clean a condition. The plastics are clean. It just doesn't look clean right now because it's kind of just, in pieces. It starts and it runs for 250 bucks. I honestly can't lose. I could sell this right now for like 800 bucks. It's a little rusty in spots. This is really clean on it. I can polish that, make it look nice. I'm gonna pull it out here shortly. I'll give you guys like the whole view of it. All I have to do is clean the carb and then it's straight. I don't really think there's anything else I have to do to this. I'm gonna change the oil. I'm gonna do all that. It's air cooled. I've never had a moped that's like this Italian style either. It's Italian style. I always thought it was weird, but I've owned this for like 30 minutes and it's already grown on me. So let me pull this out real quick and I'll show y'all. All right, so here it is in all of its glory. Kind of weird looking. I don't know how I feel about these turn signals. Kind of like bubbly. It's a little too bubbly for me, but Schwinn 150. It's called the Graduate 150, but the company is Schwinn, like those old ass bicycles. It's crazy, bro. I've never seen one of these. And this one does start, it does run. Everything's just taken off of it because previous owner did a new throttle cable, which the throttle cable that he put in is hella sticky. Like it's not good at all. So it's getting a new throttle. Gonna clean out the carb, just refresh everything, and that's pretty much it. For 250 bucks though, I cannot complain. Like this thing's honestly mint. I don't see any like major imperfections. First thing I noticed was this, and the fitment of these plastics are really not the best, but I can shine these up. I can shine all this up, I can clean all the motor and stuff. That's no issue. Tank has like a tiny bit of surface rust in it, but I'm not even gonna worry about that. It's whatever. Disc brake in front, drum in rear. Like I said, when the guy originally posted this, it just said like unknown, like Chinese bike, and you can even see the thing's made in China. So it's it's gonna be like a Honda clone basically. I had a 150 off of a Sandero, a 150 motor off of a Sandero, and it looks just the same as this. So this platform's kind of familiar to me, so I'll be able to work on it, kind of fiddle with it. But this and the Fusion, there's going to be a build series on each of these. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. I planned originally to flip and sell it, but I didn't know how clean it was until I got there. Like the pictures, dude just like took a picture like this, and it just didn't look good. But once I got there, I was like, oh, it's actually pretty mint, and it starts. Dude was just jumping it on the solenoid. So I mean, if that's how I got to get it started, that's how I got to get it started. It has a kickstart too, by the way. The electric start doesn't work, so I can kick it and use the starting solenoid. But I mean, other than that, you know, a little TLC, clean up some of the rust, clean up plastics, all of that. I mean, it's simple. This is like the cheapest one I've bought, and it has the least amount of work that I have to do to it. So honestly, kind of copped a good one. I still don't know about the style of it though. The style is kind of throwing me off. I've never had like an Italian vibe type of scooter like this. It's just weird, like hella weird. These tires are fat too. I might change those out. I mean, other than that, that's pretty much it. It's a few hours later. I just got off work, so I wanted to kind of start to tear into this thing, and especially the carb, mainly because I was playing with the super sticky throttle, and it turns out it was just super brittle on the inside, and it just decided to break. It's down in there. Luckily, it did come with another pair of grips that had one of these throttles on it, but they're really ugly grips, so I'm gonna have to go and get new grips here sometime soon. First thing first though, I'm gonna take that carb off and clean it out. I got some gum out carb cleaners, so we're gonna see what that does. And then after that, we're gonna fix this stupid throttle cable. Okay, so I got the carb taken off and everything. This is the bottom of the bowl. Definitely dirty. And the jets as well. You can see that jets are definitely clogged, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab these jets out of here, and like I said, spray them out with some gum out. And after that, I think that's all this bike really needs. I mean, I've been through the whole thing, and I'm not really seeing anything that needs like immediate attention. I checked the oil's like brand new. One thing I do want to do is a new fuel filter and fuel lines, because like I said, the tank's got like a little bit of rust in it. I'm not going to put any attention to that. I'm just going to change the lines and the fuel filter and call it good. I mean, things straight. Just got to put the whole back half of it on, which is still out in the van. So that'll probably be done another day. So I got the first jet taken off there. You can see it is just nasty in there. It's all green and stuff. Got a bunch of crap on it. Stuff that you definitely don't want in your engine. Like, that's the only thing the guy said was wrong with this. Okay, so it's the next night. I finished cleaning the carb. I got all that situated, got that put back together. I fixed the throttle. As you can see, that works now. It's not brittle. I'm still gonna have to order a new one because I really don't trust this. This is like so cheap. The quality's just terrible on it. The design too, it's bad. Anyways, everything works on it. Like I said, you got a headlight. I'm sure the tail lights work. I haven't mounted the tail light yet, but I mean, everything's worked and gone well so far. I'm gonna spray some starting fluid in it and see if I can get it to stay running. Hopefully it will. The only reason why it didn't before is because the jets were clogged. So I'm gonna do that and see if we can get it to hold idle, get it warmed up, and see what's going on. Okay, so let me turn it off here. Long story short, I got it to run by kind of like playing with the throttle, but this thing smokes like a freaking chimney, like bad. I don't even know what's wrong with it. It runs fine, it sounds healthy. I just don't know why it's smoking that bad. Like, it's just nothing but white smoke out the exhaust. I'll see if I can get it to like hold idle, but it's really not wanting to right now. I think there's a lot of like white stuff like this right here. The thing looks like it's been underwater. So if I can get it to stay running long enough to kind of get everything moving again, I think it'll be okay. But motor sounds healthy. I got it to start. I might put the airbox back on it. That might help it out a little bit to kind of like get it going again. Another thing that I wanted to mention before I put this airbox on, there's water. There was water standing in the airbox. I don't know why that's there. Most likely because it's been sitting outside. But yeah, I think some water was in like the air intake and it kind of went into the carb a little bit. I'm assuming if it was in the carb, it was in the motor. So that could be the reason for all of that. Told y'all this thing was a fucking chimney. Holy. I'm gonna let it run till it burns whatever the hell that is off. Cause that's fucking crazy. So as y'all can see, it runs. I'm still trying to figure out like the whole idle issue with it. It doesn't really like a certain spot to idle. It stopped smoking. I'm pretty sure it just was smoking because it had sat so long, but yeah, man. 250 bucks, bro. You can't really beat it. This thing is so nice, bro. These Honda clone engines are so stupid reliable. They can sit for any amount of time, and you just clean the carb on them, and then they run. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the seat on it and ride it around, kind of get everything broken loose on it, get it back to ripping, and then I'll put the body on. So after riding it for a little bit, this thing runs a lot nicer now. It actually holds idle. Idle's pretty low. And I mean, that's pretty much it, y'all. It's like a $10 thing, a brake clean out the jets, and that's it. I definitely think it needs rejetted because when I was riding it, it was kind of bogging down like closer you got to half throttle. But I mean, can't complain, dude. 250 bucks, I could flip this right now for like 600-700. I'm gonna go ahead and get the plastics on it. I'm gonna shine all the plastics up, and then I'll probably do some more video of it tomorrow. Get like the thing fully complete. Okay, so it is day number 4. I couldn't go out yesterday and get most of the stuff that I needed to like finish this for real. All I needed was fuel line and self-tappers to fit the body panels, but I went out, got it all this morning. I'm getting the body panels aligned and screwed in, making sure everything's nice, but before we get any further down the bike, I'm gonna do the fuel line really quick, put a new fuel filter in it, just make sure it's got no rust particles or anything like that in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, and then once the bike's all together, part of the bike I have to shine up is these front panels because I already did the other panels, and then after that the bike's all back together. Got the new fuel line going in. You can see the old one versus the new one. This is bad. Like, it's stiff. It's got gunk in it. This was going in it. Brand new filter. Nice thick line. So I got the new fuel line all mounted up. The fuel filter doesn't really fit all that well. It's a little bit too big. It's meant to fit into that sleeve right there, but it's like twice the size as that one. But all new fuel lines, no more crusty old fuel lines. So I'm gonna get the plastics out here and start buttoning everything up, getting it all looking nice again. So these are the side panels that I clay barred and polished. They still have a lot of scratches in them. I used some like $5 scratch X on them and it cleared it up. And you can see the difference. So much better. Like I said, these I still have to do this front plastic, the headset, and then the fender. All that I still have to do, but everything from there back, it was already off of it, so I just went ahead and did it while it was off the bike. But I'm gonna start getting everything buttoned up, like I said, get it back on, and then I'll pull it out into the daylight so you can see all of it together. Y'all, I am so stoked about how this came out, dude. This thing is fat in person. Panels line up. Everything's nice and tight, bro. Nothing moves. Everything's on there. This thing's mint, bro. 250 smackers. I'm stoked for this. I'm gonna clean it up really quick, shine everything, make sure everything's nice. This is also the first time y'all are seeing it in the daylight. I don't think I've shown it in the daylight, except for when I first got it. But all together, bro, the paint is immaculate. Chrome finna be shining here in a second.
Wake up in the morning, load my pistol, can't live on without it. Come from where you see a lot of bodies, but don't talk about it. Hard to find a plug, I middleman, a package on consignment. Hookers, strippers, crackheads, robbers, trappers, all in public housing. Uncle Bo was stealing from my granny, can't leave shit around here. Roaches, rats, and ants.